What are you working on here, Noah? A boat, or better call it an ark? Yeah, there's so much water around here. Careful you don't drown, Noah. Better stay in that ark. If you want, we'll give you some of our animals to take on your ark. Hi, kids, and welcome to the third episode of our journey in the life of Noah. We're almost halfway through his story. In the previous episode, we learned that God told Noah his secret plan, that he would wipe humans off the face of the earth, along with animals, birds, and all the creatures that move along the ground by sending a great flood. Although it wasn't easy for him to make this decision, God had to send the flood because of people's terrible sins and their unwillingness to turn from their evil ways. But Noah and his family were going to be safe. They weren't going to perish like all the other people. God planned to save them from the floodwaters by putting them in a big boat called an ark that Noah would build by following the exact instructions God gave him. This was to be the first boat ever built. No one had ever built or seen anything like it before. So it's a good thing God gave Noah specific instructions on how to build it. So, Noah listened to God and followed every step of the instructions he received about building the ark. It was no easy thing to build something new, and besides, the ark had to be big and very spacious so it could fit Noah and his wife, Noah's 3 sons and their wives, and a pair of each species of animals and birds. Also, the ark had to carry enough food for all the people and animals aboard. Regardless of the difficulty of the task in front of him, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation." In the Old Testament of the Bible, God made laws for people about animals where he divided them into 2 categories: clean animals and unclean animals. The people were allowed to eat the clean animals, but they were not allowed to eat the unclean ones. This is important to know because God told Noah, "Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth." It was not so easy for Noah to find all of these animals and birds and bring them into the ark with him. But Noah did all that the Lord commanded him. God then told Noah, "7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. No one will survive the coming flood." Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters came on the earth. And Noah and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals, of birds, and of all creatures that move along the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark as God had commanded Noah. You could see pairs of cows, sheep, goats, and all kinds of other clean animals. It was very important to keep these clean animals alive because they would be used for food during the flood. Unclean animals also entered the ark, just as the Lord commanded, 1 pair of every kind. It must have been pretty noisy with all kinds of sounds coming from inside the ark. The sound of lions, bears, piglets, horses, kittens, puppies, all of these animals together in one place. And don't forget the birds were also brought into the ark. Pigeons and turtle doves flew over the other animals in the ark. They were all together in one big ark. It must have been like visiting a zoo, but with all of the animals in a tight space. It must have been chaotic. But who had time to complain? Noah and his family were too busy preparing. There were still a few days to go before the flood would come. The days passed quickly as Noah and his family finished getting ready for the big day. But the people of Noah's days were passing by, mocking him. "What are you working on here, Noah? A boat, or better call it an ark? Yeah, there's so much water around here. Careful you don't drown, Noah. Better stay in that ark. If you want, we'll give you some of our animals to take on your ark." Or others said, "Noah, when's the flood coming?" "Soon, you said, didn't you? Come on, Noah, tell us more about this so-called flood. We're all going to die, isn't that what you said? Only you and your family will survive, right?" Noah didn't have an easy time. Besides the hard work of getting ready for the flood every day, he had to listen to the people around tease him because they didn't believe the flood was really coming. Throughout the process of building the ark, Noah often wondered, "Does the Lord see how these people are mocking me? Will he make them stop? What if the flood doesn't come? What if I have built this ark for nothing? I wonder what rain even looks like." Though Noah was unsure of what was to come, he truly believed what God had told him, and so he entered the ark at the Lord's command, along with his family. An interesting detail we can see here is that God commanded Noah to get into the ark, telling him that after 7 days it would begin to rain. This means that Noah and his family, along with all the animals they had gathered, moved into the ark before the weather outside showed any sign of rain. What can we learn from this? Noah showed obedience and faith. To get into the ark when it may be sunny outside and you don't even know what the rain looks like? To get into the ark when everyone's laughing at you and maybe you even wonder if the flood is really coming? Now that's faith. True faith indeed. And faith means to take God at His word, even if it's hard to believe. To believe God, even if no one else around you does. Would you have gotten into the ark if you were Noah? If you want to know what happened after Noah and his family entered the ark, and if you're curious to know whether or not the flood finally came, and if you wonder if Noah's obedience was rewarded, join us for the next episode of Noah's fascinating story. We look forward to having you on board. Produced by David and Goliath Productions. If you liked this episode, give us a like and a 5-star rating. And remember to tell your friends about us. You can rewatch this episode along with the rest of this series on YouTube on the DG Bible Stories channel. You can also find our series in audio format on most podcast apps. We invite you to check out the Noah in the Ark original song on our DG Bible Songs channel on YouTube, where we frequently post Christian songs and animations for children.